Hey guys, what's going on? Dr. Dan here. I know I'm early for the 420 hump day. It's about 2:15 my time, Central Time. Just wanted to check in because I figure I'm going to get busy rocking and rolling and seeing patients. I don't think I'll have time in between patients to squeeze in the live cast. So I figured I'd hit up the 420 early. Knowing a lot of my patients, I'm sure they hit up their 420 early too. So no harm done. I guess we're all even there. Anyway, all jokes aside, guys, thanks for tuning in. It's always a pleasure to try and get on and do the YouTube thing, just to really unload stuff and dig into the granulars of cannabis medicine and what makes this sort of practice unique. Particularly important to the discussion now, mental health coming up into the holidays. I know that we're in trying and changing times, particularly from a mental health standpoint regarding COVID. We're coming up into COVID in and of itself has presented unique challenges in terms of communication, public health, a lot of things that we probably won't delve into. But I'm sure we can all acknowledge that it's things are quite different now that we're living with the now relaxing restrictions of coronavirus. Also, as well, we're coming into the holiday season that presents its challenges in and of itself, as you all know. We're now done with Halloween, coming into Thanksgiving, Veterans Day coming up. Of course, the holiday season in December. So there's a lot of pressure, a lot of stuff coming on, and I know that people tend to be a lot more vigilant. Mental health takes a real hit during the holidays. People tend to be a lot more vigilant and guarded of their egos. I'm sure if you can imagine the Thanksgiving dinner, everyone just sort of at each other, people very protective of their egos because, we don't want to expose our vulnerabilities, especially at a time like this. And that protection of ego meant to protect our vulnerabilities comes at a cost. We could even stretch so far as to call that a cost to the endocannabinoid system because we're having to exhaust ourselves in order to keep up the appearance of cool and a lot of things that go with the holiday season. The spending can go to a degree of excess, definitely more than how it is during the normal calendar year. The get together of family, the wanting to appear really, really prosperous in front of family. A lot of eating, a lot of food going on, and a lot of being inundated with stimuli and images of how the holiday season should be practiced as portrayed by the media. And we can be pushed out of our comfort zone into a lot of things that we wouldn't normally be doing, the amount of purchasing that's expected to give the appearance of prosperity. This appearance, of course, taking a tax on our ego protection system. We don't want to appear vulnerable like we're not prosperous. And all of the things that go with the holiday season that are meant to give the appearance of joyfulness and fruitfulness and togetherness of family and having lots of friends and a lot of social life. And that might not be actual reality for a lot of people, but they're still confronted with this bombardment of stimuli reflecting that sort of lifestyle that might be expected or at least portrayed during this time of year. So I wanted to talk about that and the strain that puts on and where cannabis fits in and sensible dosing. First and foremost, guys, I'll just kick it off right now as far as the dosing goes, because that's really where my specialty comes into play as far as cannabis medicines. Anytime you see the pressure increase and the ambient anxiety level increase in folks who are susceptible, it's to be expected that the dosing schedule increases proportionally. All right. And I understand it, although I don't endorse it at all. Really, because anything that's going to induce any degree of tolerance in a medical marijuana patient is going to lead to them having decreasing benefit when they're using cannabis products, and they're going to have to increase their dose each time because their tolerance is increasing. So they're playing this game where they're chasing, ever increasing escalating doses. So, I just really wanted to highlight, folks, that really the key to that is just allowing yourself a lot of mental space, especially when you're dosing. I think if you allow yourself just that quiet, private time and to go ahead and enjoy your cannabis medicine away from those, of course, who don't enjoy seeing it or smelling it or whatever. Try and be respectful as much as you can in your medication. Not everyone is down with it, folks. It's just reality of it. But being cognizant more than anything, people, being very cognizant and mindful that this is a time of year when there's a lot of unnecessary expectations that we feel the effect of, that manifest themselves as anxiety, that it's all created. This is part of the thing created to make you look to the outside to relieve your anxiety, usually through spending or through guilt, this or that. Usually the end result is some sort of spend. And don't be don't be goaded into this. Don't be goaded into the idea that the holidays need to be this perfect representation of what we're bombarded with as stimuli. And definitely don't let that be manifest as taking three tokes too many. All right, or dosing three more gummies than what you would have normally dosed. The rules of tolerance and balanced dosing don't change during the holidays, folks. Much like how the idea of caloric balance also doesn't change during the holidays. Although, yes, I'm guilty of that extra slice of pumpkin pie. All right, whatever, sue me. Nonetheless, folks, just as how we're going to have to play catch up come the beginning of the year, come January, everyone has their New Year's resolutions to get fit because they did so much overeating and bad living during the holidays. Guys, when you dose too gingerly with the cannabis medicines, the end result is going to be decreasing effect, and really the only way to sidestep that is to take a tolerance break or just progressively decrease your dose. So I wanted to open you guys' minds to just be judicious about knowing that we're heading into a time of year where the context is all different, and I can't really tell people how to feel. But I think once people do have the knowledge that there is this added pressure from the outside, which is artificially there, it's meant to create a void so that you will act. Okay. And I think if we are aware that all the stimuli that's about to come in November and December, this void that it creates is an artificial void. Okay. Once we're aware of that, we're not going to go and do things that are out of our normal character. A, in terms of our dosing. B, in terms of our decision making in general. I like to talk about general health and mental health as far as they relate to cannabis dosing. But as a general rule of mental health, guys, when we're coming into this holiday season, if we can just stop and take a moment and understand that there's a lot of stuff going on and coming at us that's changing our set point of bias in terms of what should be normal and how we should act under these conditions. Stay in the pocket, guys. Don't be too fledged by this and move your compass too far away from its center. If we can stay grounded, give ourselves space and little moments of peace when we need it, we'll find that sometimes that moment of peace is the thing, really more so than more dosing, that we need to just get our heads right and decide how much is actually the right amount. And usually we'll land on less is more. And we do have the space to just take our time and not go overboard with it and keep our headiness about us. Hey guys, listen, good talk. I just wanted to kick off the holiday season as we're early right now, talking about the mental health, very important, very applicable when it comes to cannabis use and going into the holidays. Dietary things definitely up for grabs in terms of me talking. Guys, good talk. Happy to be with you on this early 420. It's always a pleasure to join you guys. I always welcome questions. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share the videos. Always awesome when you guys are sharing the videos and getting good cannabis knowledge spread to the public. That's how we knock down stigma really just by spreading knowledge, folks. It's the greatest thing. Knowledge is power. Love you guys. Dr. Dan, boom, out. Great talk. Catch you guys next week on the hump day. All right.